Hello everyone, welcome in 7th standard. My dear students, today we are going to start our new lesson. That name is the Milkman of India. Now, so in this lesson we are going to discuss or study about one dashing dynamic personality, about our author. That name is Dr.verghese Kurian. Basically, in our India, we just called him Milkman of India. Milkman of India. Before I go ahead, let me tell you one thing about Milkman of India. Why we just called him Milkman of India? What kind of he done his activity in our India, or what kind of he had done activity at that time. So for that activity or according to that activity, right now we are just calling them Milkman of India. So that all things, that all questions we will solve, we will study, we will discuss in our lesson, the Milkman of India. So here is, you can see, here is some information about our author. His name is Dr.verghese Kurian. He born on 1921 and died 2012. Dr. Verghese Kurian, 1921-2012, was responsible for turning India from a milk deficient country to the largest producer of milk in the world today. See, you can see that in nowadays also you can see our India, is number one, or our India is turned into in first rank for milk production. दूध के उत्पादन में हमारा इंडिया, हमारा भारत देश सबसे आगे है. ठीक है, सबसे आगे है. So that all credit goes to Dr. Verghese Kurian. Now, what kind of he had done activity? What was their one activity, or what was his activity? That activity we will study here. Now let's see. Responsible for turning India from a milk deficiency country to the largest producer of milk in the world today. His enduring personality and commitment of turning the impossible into possible won him many awards. After a lifetime of struggle and convictions towards serving the nations, Dr. Verghese Kurian will always be remembered as the person who redefined the meaning of milk as a powerful tool for economic development. It means that when he was alive, so that times he given a lot of value or important to milk. At that times he just given a proclamation, or at that times he know very well about that milk production is a very important for our economic, and it is very helpful, and it is very good for health as well as for economic also. So for that he had run so many activities, he developed some activities, he given some opportunities for that field, as etc. That's why our Indian people, or we, are calling him Milkman of India. Milkman of India. You can see that generally green revolutionary, we are calling to MS Swaminathan. It means that right now I am talking about that India. अगर मैं इंडिया के बारे में बात करता हूँ, so basically we know very well about that MS Swaminathan, because he was a father of green revolutionary of India. MS स्वामीनाथन. बट व्हाट अबाउट आवर महाराष्ट्र? हम हमारे महाराष्ट्र में क्या कहते हैं? वसंतराव नाईक, है ना. हरित क्रांतीचे प्रणेते बोलते ना आपण, हरित क्रांतीचे प्रणेते, हरित क्रांतीचे प्रणेते वसंतराव नाईक. ओके. हरित क्रांती मीन्स व्हाट? ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशनरी. इन इंग्लिश ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशनरी, मराठी हरित क्रांति. है ना, समझ में आया? सो जैसे हम उन्हें आवाज़ देते हैं या फिर कॉल करते हैं, अदरवाइज वी कैन what can we say that? We just give the title of that person. He is a green revolutionary man, Vasantrao Naik. He was a green revolutionary man of India, just like MS Swaminathan. So that like same. Here is Milkman of India, Dr. Verghese Kurin. Dr. Verghese Kurin. So in this small paragraph, here is good information about our author. Good information about our author. ठीक है. Now you can see here from here side. This is 5th number lesson, the Milkman of India, as well as here are little bit 2 to 3 lines about our author. About our author. Now let's see what. Here are some lines. We offer our tribute to Dr. Verghese Kurian. मतलब डॉक्टर वर्गेश कुरियन को आदरांजलि, श्रद्धांजलि देते हुए हम ये लेसन स्टार्ट करेंगे या फिर कर रहे हैं. सी द लीजेंड हु टॉट अस सेल्फ बिलीफ ऑफ डिटर्मिनेशन. नाउ हियर आर 3 लाइन्स अबाउट डॉक्टर कुरियन. He was a legend person. He was a legend who taught us self belief. Self belief के बारे में उन्होंने पढ़ाया, सिखाया. Then the patriot who transformed a country. देश को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए, उन्नत करने के लिए उन्होंने एक पहल की. As well as the father of the white revolution, and he was father of white revolution. Green revolution, हरित क्रांति. White revolution, सफ़ेद क्रांति. Then right now here, यहाँ से अभी शुरू हो जाएगा. From here we will just start our lesson. Okay. Now let's see. This year was 1946. Means let's see. We are going to start our lesson, as well as now we are going to discuss about one century, one period, and that period is 1946. अभी हम जो कुछ भी बात कर रहे हैं वो 1946 की बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. The year was 1946. A young graduate from Guindy College of Engineering in Madras, now Chennai. Okay. Now we are just going to talk about 1946. There was one person. He was a graduate. There was a person. He was a graduate means what? That our author. There was a person. Person means our author. हम हमारे author के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. ठीक है. This year was 1946. A young graduate from Guindy College of Engineering in Madras. और वो जो ग्रेजुएट हुए थे वो कहाँ से या फिर कौन से कॉलेज से ग्रेजुएट हुए थे? फ्रॉम Guindy College of Engineering. That college was engineering in Madras. Now चेन्नई. अभी वो जो हिस्सा है, राइट नाउ दैट प्लेस, दैट लोकेशंस इज इन चेन्नई. अभी वो चेन्नई में है. अप्लाइड फॉर अ गवर्नमेंट स्कॉलरशिप टू स्टडी मेटलर्जी एंड न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स अब्रॉड. As well as when he just complete that, so after that he had one wish that he will study about metallurgy and nuclear physics. Okay, अभी वो मेटलर्जी और न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स के बारे में पढ़ना चाहते थे इन अब्रॉड. अब्रॉड मीन्स मतलब फॉरेन, है ना, बाहर देश में, बाहर के देश में भी वो पढ़ना चाहते थे स्कॉलरशिप लेकर. देन व्हाट डू यू अबाउट, हियर इज व्हाट डू यू अबाउट pasteurizations. The interviewer asked the young man. Something to do with milk. was the young man's uninterested response. Okay, so one time what happened when our author was in interview room or in front of that interviewer, एक बार क्या हुआ कि जब हमारे ऑथर इंटरव्यूअर के सामने बैठे थे और उस इंटरव्यूअर ने एक सवाल पूछा. What was that question? That question was, what do you know about pasteurization? The interviewer asked the young man. The young man means our author. Okay, our author. Then when our author heard that question, after that our author replied on that question. He said something to do with milk. दूध के साथ तो कुछ करना होता है. Okay, was the young man uninterested response, but that response, that answer was uninterested. उसने uninterested से answer दे दिया. Then, yes, you are right, and you have been selected for a scholarship to study dairy engineering, said the interviewer. When that interviewer heard his response or his answer, so after that he was satisfied with his answer. So that's why he said, yes, you are selected. You are selected for a scholarship to study dairy engineering. Dairy engineering. This young man was वर्गेश कुरियन. अभी वो जो यंग मैन था वो कौन था? हमारे ऑथर. वो कौन है? हमारे ऑथर. ठीक है. देन he was initially disappointed because he had no interest in dairy engineering. At that times he was selected. But as well as he was very disappointed also. Why? Because he had not interest in that field, in that dairy engineering. Dairy engineering में उन्हें कोई भी दिलचस्पी नहीं थी. Then disappointed because he had no interest in dairy engineering. Nevertheless, he left for the United States in 1946 to study at the Michigan State University. At the university, he was happy that he got mechanical engineering as the main subject with dairy engineering as a minor subject. After that, when he got selection, so that times, nevertheless, he left for the United States in 1946 to study at the Michigan State University. अभी finally he is in United States. अभी वो United States में आ गए हैं. As well as, and at that times he was very happy. Why? Because he got mechanical engineering. Because at that times he got mechanical engineering subject, and it was a minor subject. After studying in the US, Korean come back to the in 1948. So when he was in that United States, so that times he got mechanical engineering because it was a minor subject. As well as he just described about that he was happy that he got mechanical engineering as the main subject. It was a main subject with dairy engineering as a minor subject. Means mechanical engineering, it was a main subject, and what was a minor subject? Minor subject was engineering, just like a dairy engineering, जिसमें उनको दिलचस्पी नहीं थी, इंटरेस्ट नहीं था. तो मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग इट वाज अ मेन सब्जेक्ट, वो मेन सब्जेक्ट था. और एज वेल एज डेयरी इंजीनियरिंग इट वाज अ माइनर सब्जेक्ट, वो काफ़ी माइनर सब्जेक्ट था. आफ्टर स्टडिंग इन द यूएस, कुरियन कम बैक टू इंडिया इन 1948. जब उन्होंने उनकी स्टडी पूरी कर दी, when he had completed his study, so after that he came back to India in 1948. 1948 में वो वापस आए. कहाँ पर? Where? In India. Then he was asked to join as a dairy engineering in the government research creamery at Anand, a village in the Kaira district of Gujarat. When he came back to India, so that times he had wish, or he was asked to join as a dairy engineering in the government research. There was one institute, government research or dairy engineering research, creamery. Here is one word, creamery. Creamery means what? That dairy means what? That in that institute, in that research center, they are processing on milk, and they are produce some food with the help of milk. That kind of situation or that kind of institute we are calling डेयरी, उसको हम डेयरी कॉल करते हैं, है ना. जैसे हमारे यहाँ पर है डेयरी कॉलेज, राइट. सो दैट लाइक से he had one wish, he wanted to join that research center. And Anand, a village in the Kaira district of Gujarat, there was one village, that name is Anand, a village in the Kaira district of Gujarat. In return for the scholarship paid by the government. Now, on 13 May 1949, Korean landed in Anand. Okay. After that, on 13 May 1949, Korean landed in Anand. मतलब उस दिन means on 13 May 1949, our author alight at Anand. उस विलेज में वो उतरे या फिर पहुंच गए. However, he couldn't find suitable accommodation in Anand and had to settle for the garage of the dairy. When he alighted there, जब वो वहाँ पे उतरे, जब वो वहाँ पे पहुँचे, तब उन्हें रहने के लिए एक अच्छी रूम नहीं मिल रही थी, उनको एक अच्छी प्लेस नहीं मिल रही थी. So had to settle for the garage of the dairy. अभी उनका एकोमोडेशन वहाँ से अच्छे से नहीं हो पा रहा था, उनको अच्छी सी प्लेस नहीं मिल पा रही थी, इसलिए उन्हें एक गैरेज में रुकने का काम पड़ना पड़ा, या फिर एक गैरेज में रुक गए वो. इट वॉज अ dilapidated स्मॉल रूम एंड कुरियन रिपेयर इट ऑन हिज ओन. और जब वो वहाँ गैरेज में गए तो वो काफ़ी छोटी सी एक रूम थी, ठीक है. तो हमारे ऑथर ने उसे थोड़ा सा रिपेयर करवाया. He made windows in the walls and a bathroom with iron sheet. When he reached there, so that times it was a garage of the dairy, and he had to stay there. He was to stay there, but he had no chance, he had no another chance, he had no another options. That's why he stayed there. And when he stayed there, so that times he repaired that place, that room, because that room was very small, as well as he made windows in the walls and a bathroom with the iron sheet. एक आयरन शीट के ज़रिए से उन्होंने क्या किया, वहाँ पे विंडोज़ बनाई, डोर विंडोज़ का एक सेटअप किया, अरेंजमेंट किया, एज वेल एज वहाँ पे उन्होंने एक उनके लिए बाथरूम भी बनाई. ठीक है, वहाँ पे उन्होंने उनके लिए एक बाथरूम भी बनाई. यहाँ तक समझ में आया डियर? टिल हियर, है ना? टिल हियर आई होप यू जस्ट अंडरस्टूड दिस शीट्स. So again, when you just listen or when you was watching that video, this video you have to watch at least 2 times. After that, that much paragraph, whatever we had complete, that paragraph you have to read 2 times. After that, you will be understood perfectly. Okay, till then, see you, bye bye.